let's go, let's go, let's get this advice. Hello everyone, it's Taiga here, back with a brand new video. So today, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be doing an advice video. So I wanted to do more face cam videos kind of thing, kind of just, one-on-one. And considering that my life is not very, wild and exotic, I don't have really any stories to tell, so story time is not like a thing I can do right now. But so yeah, I'm gonna do some advice videos because I'm pretty good with advice myself, about role plays, relationships. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna get into the video. I asked you guys some questions on YouTube and you guys were so kind to answer. So let's get into it. Alright. Okay, so the first question I'm going to answer is this one. How to make HD skins for roleplays. If you guys don't know how to make HD skins, I'm not the person to ask. As you guys know, I do have a full team. It's called Team Art Studios. Okay, here is their channel. You guys can go and subscribe to them. I'll put it in the description down below. But Team Art Studios, I own it and I co-own it with two other people, which is Jeffrey, my fiance, and Ray, my best friend. Team Art Studios has a bunch of people. This goes for skin makers, HD skin makers, body actors, builders, voice actors, media renders, and special arts. So, as you guys can tell, it's basically a bunch of people, and it took us a while to actually get to where we are right now. I would say about a year. So if you guys don't know how to make HD skins, I would start asking around, like, your friends, or just maybe you can actually learn how to do HD skins. You can just like look it up on Google, or you can, do it on YouTube. Me personally, I don't have the time to learn how to do HD skins. This is why I have a team, so that I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. If I did have to worry about all that, I wouldn't really have time to even get a roleplay out. But I do make most of the skins that I do, like the skin actually, but I don't do the HD skins. I have people for that. Merpley is one of my, Merp is, he is my go-to HD skin maker, along with Highlight Cat. They are basically the two people that I go to for HD skins, and Ray also knows how to do HD skins as well, so that's always helpful. But yeah, this is why we have a team, and this is why we have people, because us owners don't have time for that. So the next question is, how do you find voice actors for a roleplay? Do they come to you, or do you go to them? Actually, it's a bit of both. I always have people coming up to me like, oh, I would love to voice act for you, I would love to voice act for you, when are you gonna have auditions, where can I audition, can I send you my demo reel? It's all pretty much, like, it's all around the place. So, let me, start from, how I used to get voice actors. I actually knew a lot of people who were in, the same industry kind of thing, with role plays and whatnot, so I made a bunch of friends, but however, that didn't, usually turn out very well, considering that I don't talk to them now. But to get, voice actors, if you don't know any, friends who have, a good quality microphone, or have, the acting skills for it, you can always ask, on YouTube. You can go to a Minecraft forum. You can always go to a casting call club. This is the number one thing that I would do, is a casting call club. It's very simple to use. Once you get to learn how to use the website and whatnot, it becomes very simple. So that's what I would suggest doing, is going to a casting call club. What I usually do is, I used to do personal auditions. I used to, put it on YouTube, and I would make people audition through a website, and then if anything, they can do it in person, which was on Skype or Discord. But I don't really do that anymore. I use Casting Call Club because it's so much easier than having to go through the trouble of going through all these applications. Okay, so someone asked me, what type of server do you use? There are a bunch of servers that you can use. I personally use Nodecraft. Nodecraft is the main one that I use for Say It. It's pretty decent. The service there is pretty fast. Another one that I can suggest is like Minecraft Hosting Pro. I also used that one for something. I don't remember what it was. It might have been like my SMP or something. It was pretty decent as well. I think Ray uses that one for the Almost series. So those two are like the ones that I can suggest because I've used them. Other ones I don't really like use as much because why would I switch servers? But yeah, those are the two that I go to when I need a server. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other good ones out there, I just don't know them. Okay, so someone asked me, how do you get all the maps? Oh, and love your videos. Thank you! How we get our maps is we usually just look up maps on like Minecraft forums or something. I really don't know where I got the map. Actually, I got my map from an old friend of mine who I'm not really friends with anymore. But that's how I got like the map for Say It. The Almost series is a different one. Ray picked it out, I think. And I'm pretty sure it was on like a Minecraft forum of some sort. And all you gotta really do is just like download the map and then upload it to your server. It's really not that hard. If you do have trouble with uploading a map to your server, you can always ask like the services there. They'll help you, or at least they should help you. Uh, so yeah, you can open like a ticket thing and they'll help you, blah 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 blah. Alright, so someone asked me, how do you get good quality in your roleplays? This is a very, like, it's a very strong question. So to have like a good quality, it's all about texture packs. It's about your shaders and how well your computer is going to be. For shaders, I definitely do suggest if your computer can handle shaders, always get shaders. Shaders makes your roleplay 100% look way better. And then when it comes to a resource pack or a texture pack, it's always important. You really need to look through a lot of resource packs until you find one that you actually like in the style. Mine, however, was from a friend. I always use that one, and it looks great for roleplay, so I don't have to like change it and whatnot. So definitely those two are very important. When it comes to your computer, you really need a decent computer to do a roleplay, regardless. If you have a laptop, I honestly don't suggest it 100%, just because laptops do have their problems, or even if you have a Mac I don't really suggest because it's a Mac, it's not like a gaming PC. Your computer needs to be able to at least handle, you know, your Minecraft, your mods, and everything. And editing software always matters. Voice actors is always going to matter. Body actors is always going to matter. And the builds are definitely going to matter. Everything that you see in a roleplay is going to matter. The voices, sound effects, the looks of the set, the storyline, just about everything matters in a roleplay. No matter what you guys think, oh, you don't need every single one. Yes, you do. If you want it to be a good quality roleplay, that's your path. That's what you gotta do. Believe me, you can ask me or Steve. You need about everything. Music, sound effects, voice actors, building, body actors. You need it all. If you want a decent roleplay and you want people to really get into your story, you need that. A storyline is also very important. Make sure it's original because believe me, you're gonna have problems with other people if you go and steal. Okay, so someone asked me, when I watch the bloopers, I see that they are just saying their lines and not with the other people at the same time. How do you edit it and make it all the lines be in correct order? This is very important, alright? A lot of people do this very differently. This is how I do it personally. So when it comes to body acting, I memorize what needs to be done, where I want the camera to be and everything. I don't make my body actors say their lines whatsoever unless it's a very specific scene, which doesn't normally happen. What I do is I basically tell them where to stand, where to go, and how they should move their head. If it's an argument, their head will go up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down, very fast, as if they're in an argument. If it's a very slow, you know, going kind of person, and they talk really slow, their head would go up and down, up and down, up and down, like a normal person. But, you know, they don't have to say the lines because that's for the voice actors. My body actors will never have to say the lines when it comes to, you know, body acting. All they have to do is just do the movements and the head movements. That's all it is. I know a lot of other people make their body actors say the lines as they go, but that's not how it happens. For me, all I need to do is I need to get the body actors to do the movements, and then I put the voices with that movement. It's very easy, very simple. It's probably the easiest way I've ever done it, and that's how I do mine. Okay, so someone asked me, what kind of recording software do you need? Alright, so recording software, I honestly do suggest OBS. OBS is my go-to recording software, 100%. I've tried Hypercam and Fraps before. They were decent at first, but OBS is definitely 100% the best choice. You just, when it comes to OBS and you haven't like gotten to your options and whatnot and settings, make sure to look up the best options you can get. It also depends on your computer, so definitely try to find a person who's good with computer and OBS like Jeffrey, and definitely try to get your settings to work for you so that it's the best quality for you and your computer, because that really does matter. Otherwise your thing could be choppy or it can just be like a screen black, you know. So it definitely does depend on your computer, but OBS is always going to be my top recorder. Okay, so someone asked me, how can I open my own Minecraft server for my friends to join to help blah 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 blah. To open a server, I paid for mine. That's what I did, and that's what got me here. It's just a website. They'll open it for you and whatnot. All you gotta do is put in the mods, the map, blah blah blah. That's it. You can put a whitelist if you want on there and put the people who you want and off them. That's basically the easiest way I can put it. Alright, so someone asked me, how do you find such great team members, and how do you make your characters seem like actual people? Alright, so this one is a very good question. Thank you, Wolf, for this. She's one of my voice actors. She's a great friend of mine. Finding great team members is a very long process. I have been doing this, for like a year and a half or so, and I just found great members. It's all about applications, alright? All you really need to do is make an application thing, and you can even use Casting Call Club if you really wanted to. But I would use like YouTube for this, and just be like, you know, looking for body actors or skin makers or whatever you really need necessarily. And you know, maybe ask like some friends to help body act if possible, because finding your friends is definitely the best option when it comes to body acting, because you know and you can trust them and you know that they're going to be there and they're going to follow your steps. And how I make my characters seem very realistic and actual people is putting a very descriptive like personality and backstory. I try to make the voice actors understand who they're playing and how they should act. So when it comes to voice acting a character, let's say Maxine, for example. So Maxine, for example, is, everyone already knows this if you've watched episode 1 or whatever. Maxine, for her past, her mom had committed suicide due to the fact that, you know, her own situations that she had. I'm not going to start spoiling things if people haven't watched the full episode, so I'm going to try to not say too much. But Maxine lost her mother due to suicide, which put a hard situation for Maxine personally and emotionally. So she's always been living with her dad ever since, and her friend Maya obviously has a heart problem, which, you know, also puts a very hard time on Maxine because she doesn't want her best friend to end up leaving her at some point. And due to all of this stress that she has all of these nightmares, and it's really a hard thing for her to cope with, considering that she has insomnia, and she does have somnophobia, which is a fear of sleep, which is also why I can relate to Maxine in multiple ways, is because I have both of those things, so it's easier for me to be able to relate to her in a way, and be able to play her correctly. As for Maxine, you know, she can be outgoing at times, she can also be very shy, she can be kind of lazy, she can also be clumsy, but, you know, she can also be a very cold-hearted person at times when it, you know, comes to Ren. Ren was, you know, her best friend when she was little, and he stopped talking to her for years, and now he's just trying to get back into her life, which everyone knows or should know if they watched episode 1. And you know, knowing the people that you play makes it way more realistic, I should put. So if you know who you're playing exactly and you have like this big description, it's very easy to get into that character and be able to make it real. The voice actor always makes it 100% more real than anything else. The script also, you know, helps a lot making a character more realistic, telling like how you guys see Maxine having sleeping problems. That's a real actual thing that real people have. And you see Maya how she has a heart problem, which other people in real life do have. It's having those little things that make a character really real. And how you can see Ren having problems with his parents. A lot of people have that problem in real life. It's those little things that make it real. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, so someone asked me, what PC do you use? How often do you work on the roleplay? So the PC that I have is a custom build. I don't know what's in it. I can't help you with that. But how often do I work on the RP? I take about 2 hours to record an episode. If I don't finish all of it, then I do it the next day or another day when people aren't busy. So it's usually about 1 to 2 days to like get the recording done and whatnot, which only takes about an hour or two, depending how long the episode really is. When it comes to editing, it can take to about, I would say about 3 days to a week, which is why I can't get it out like every single day. Like it's just impossible for me with my schedule. So that's kind of like why it's like coming out once a week, or at least I try to at least. But I definitely work 24/7. The only times I'm not working is when I'm eating and I'm like watching something. But I do a bunch of writing, I do a bunch of editing, I do a bunch of everything. Especially with a second role play, which is kind of making me more stressed out, but I know that in the end it's going to be great because I want this role play to happen and I want it to go well. So basically I work on role plays 24/7. Okay, so someone asked me, how do you carry on a storyline you kind of made up on the spot and it's gotten pretty far in, but you have ideas you're not sure how to implement? So carrying on a storyline, I know a lot of people out there have commitment issues or they are running out of ideas. It depends how long you really want your series to go, whether you want one series or, I mean, whether you want 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, how long do you want it to go? Me personally, when it came to like Griffin's Diary, I was running out of a lot of ideas for this roleplay. I felt like I really wanted to start on a different thing. Because I was kind of just like done with the RP. I thought it was in a very good place to end the series in a season 2. How I thought it was, if I can't, you know, like if I don't do another season, I at least need to finish the story. So what I did was I ended it in season 2. I made sure to fix all the loose ends that were in the series, like, okay, where was Lynn? Where's John? What happened to Griffin and Styles? What happened to Ivan and all this? I made sure to put in where everyone was, what happened, blah 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 blah. So I'm not trying to give any I'm not trying to give like any spoilers or anything, so if you haven't watched Griffin's Diary, I'm not gonna say anything more. But for Say It, I definitely want Say It to at least have 3 to 4 seasons, and maybe more after that, but I'm not quite sure. I do have a lot that I want to happen in Say It, it's just a lot of progress has to go into it. If you need like inspiration of some sort, you can listen to music, you can watch movies, shows, anime, K-drama, whatever you like to watch. And going outside also can help with, you know, like, with your thoughts. At least it does for me when I'm outside of some sort. Okay, so someone asked me, how do you find inspiration when you can't think? I kind of already answered this in the last question, but I also want to say when it comes to inspiration, you can honestly, it's better to write kind of with your friends if they're helping you write. That really does help. For me personally, music is 100% how I come up with ideas, and if I don't like something, I can erase it and start over. There's no problem with that. Just make sure that your story is interesting and fun. You know, that you're committed to it. Alright, so someone asked me, how do you edit? So editing is very honestly, it's not that hard, but I can't like show you how I edit exactly, but I do use Sony Vegas Pro. It's really easy to use and get to know. You just need to like watch a few tutorials and then you should be like good to go. But I always make sure that I have a color corrector on and I have like a cutter thing so that it's like black here and here. So that it looks like a real TV show or a movie, so that always adds like the great effect to it. And adding sound effects and music and voices are really, really easy. You need all of those things to make a great roleplay. My hair is like not okay today. You just need to learn how to edit correctly and do videos. I would say do like little videos and then, you know, play with that around and really find what you like doing. Other people have way different styles, so yeah. Alright, so someone asked me, how do you do a role play with only you? You can't. There's no way. Unless you want to voice every single character and you want to be the only body actor, I'm sure you can, but it's not going to be the style that, you know, Say It or Griffin Starry really is. It's not going to be, you know, top notch. I know some people do like first person kind of role plays and whatnot. Me personally, I only do cinematics. That's the only series I'll actually watch. And so if you wanted a cinematic role play and you want to do it by yourself, good luck. Alright, so someone asked me, how must one show their feelings in acting? That's all I can think of. Alright, to show how it really depends who you are in a person and how well you can act. Before you start doing auditions, I suggest getting a monologue of some sort or writing it yourself and definitely acting it out of how you think that person would say things. Always work on your emotions 100%. A lot of people don't do this and it kind of just makes me mad. But if you want to be a great voice actor, you need to put in the time. Otherwise, you're not going to make any improvements whatsoever. Always work on your emotions, mad, sad, crying, being afraid, you know, evil, all of it, all of it. You can look up on Google even how to like do emotions, how you should voice act, blah 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 blah. It's not that hard. You don't need to come to me for that kind of stuff, but definitely do look it up and definitely work on the acting skills before you go and audition for things. Because emotions is always going to be a thing when it comes to auditioning. Unless you're playing like a dead character, then you know, there you go. Alright, so someone asked me, how do I do the cinematic angles and scenes? So how I do this is with a mod. It's a cinematic mod. You can find it on Google, blah blah blah. It's really easy to use. All you gotta do is like put it in your like Minecraft folder and then put it on the server, and then you can use it and you can change around how you want like your positions to be. Like you'll press a button and it'll like put the camera there. You can put it in another place, and you just do like /cam start and then like 12s. S means seconds. So if you want it to go on for like 40 seconds, 30 seconds, you can always like put 30s, 40s. It really depends on how you, or you can use Optifine and you can zoom in, and that's how a lot of people do their camera shots. So those are the two things that I use. Alright, so that was all the questions that I could really find that weren't like the same or something. But I do have one thing to say when it comes to roleplays, alright? This is a serious moment, and I'm gonna take your time right now and say this to you guys. If you're gonna make a roleplay, go through with it. Me personally, I have been getting people to be like, oh, will you voice act for me? I'm like, yeah, like, sure, I'll help you out and whatnot. And then they go and they cancel the roleplay. This wastes my time, especially if I've done lines for you multiple times. It wastes my time and it's very heartbreaking. It's like losing like a job, literally. Make sure if you're gonna make a roleplay, you go through with it. You have the time for it. You have the commitment. You have everything that you need to do a roleplay. I'm saying this because it's one of my pet peeves that people aren't committed to what they're doing. And me personally, I have a lot of friends who cancel the role plays. And I'm just like, why would you cancel it if you weren't even going to start it in the first place or finish it? And if you're gonna make a role play, make sure you finish it through the whole thing. Make sure you have a very good explanation at the end of the series. Always make sure that there are explanations to the loose ends that, people are always going to be asking you. Because here's why I'm saying this, alright? If you have all these loose ends on your comments, everyone's going to be like, what happened to this character? Why don't you bring up this series? Is this series ever going to come back? Blah, 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 blah. They're going to have so many questions, it's going to stress you out. This is because I've seen it before. I haven't done this personally. I've always finished my series, always when it comes to roleplays, because I never want this to happen to me. If you're going to do a roleplay, be committed. Finish it through the whole thing, and make sure that you aren't stealing ideas from other people. It's very important, and it's not something to take lightly. It's not just something you can do, like if you're gonna have a full team and everything, and then you're gonna shut it down recently, and you're not going to finish it or even start it, you're wasting everyone's time. So make sure you are committed, you have the time for it, and you're actually going to go through with the entire thing. I finished everything, and that's why I'm here right now, with, 50,000 people watching me. That's insane. I never gave up. I've always finished loose ends. It's important, and it's because I'm committed, and because this is my career. And when I see people just like slacking off when it comes to like a RP, or they cancel it just because, then what was the point of creating it in the first place? Also, another thing, if you're gonna do role plays, don't make too many to where you don't even do any of them. I know a few people who have so many role plays and that they're just pushing, the series behind even more. So you have like 2 or 3 role plays, and you're only doing like one of those, and then you stop doing that, and then you do the other one, and then you stop doing that, and then you're doing the other one, and then it's just, first start with one. If you are gonna do a roleplay and you're committed 100% and you're gonna finish it, do one. That's it. That's all you need. Just do one. You don't need to do like 300 roleplays at a time, alright? You can always put down ideas for another roleplay for another time. I personally already have like 2 other roleplays that I already want to do, but I'm not doing it right now because I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. I'm not going to ask people just to voice act for me for that, alright? Like for the entity, I push that back because now I want to do Beating Wonder, and I'm committed to Beating Wonder right now. And then later on, I can always go back to the entity and bring it back and actually finish it because I'm committed, and that's how I am. Yeah, always make sure to finish it, be committed, and that's all I have to say. I hope this helped you guys in a way. I know that I kind of went off a little bit, but it's a very big pet peeve for me, as you can probably tell, and with experience, it bugs me so much, and it's very heartbreaking for me, and I don't like being in a position to where I lose characters here, there, here, there, here. It's very annoying, and it's very hard for me to keep up of who I'm playing, who I'm not, and it's really horrible to lose a character that you were so excited to play, and then it disappears. So yeah, make sure to be committed. I love you guys. Alright, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to become a cub if you aren't already. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when all my videos come out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.